Well, hello everyone. I'm Dustin Harding, and I have the opportunity to teach marketing analytics to you this semester. I just love this course and its content. For me, I feel like it's an opportunity for me to help provide you with tools that can help you think for yourself, to be able to gather, collect, and analyze data in amazing ways so that you can find the truth to really any matter. In particular, we're covering marketing in this course, but it can be applied in all sorts of areas, whether it's entrepreneurship or management, HR, or even outside of the business school. These are skills that I hope that you apply and that you learn throughout your life. Okay, so to kick things off, I thought it'd be fun to play two truths and a lie with you, just to introduce myself. So, if you're familiar with this, there's three statements here. One of them is a lie, and the other two are truths. So, statement number one: I currently own 50 animals. Number two: I have played lead roles in several movies. And number three: I was a valedictorian of my high school class. Okay, so think through that. Try to figure out which one is a lie. Kind of have that number in your head, and we'll see. Number three was a lie. Actually, I did horrible in high school. Maybe I'll talk to you a little bit about that. My academic career didn't start off good, so let's just say that. And I had to learn to build confidence myself, and it was actually UVU was kind of my second chance with all of that, and kind of led me down this path of academia, and it's forever grateful for that. But yeah, definite lie. Number three. Let me just touch on these other two quickly. I'll start with number two quickly. So when I was younger, especially, I did a lot of acting. I actually played Joseph Smith in a few productions, and sometimes it drives people nuts because they feel like they know me from somewhere, and it's usually this, but it was so long ago. I look a little different, and so they have a hard time placing it, and so for those individuals, there you go. But that was a long time in the past. I did, though, more recently in 2022, had a producer come to me and ask if I wanted to be in a World War II film, and I thought, heck yeah, that sounds awesome. So this was kind of like an outlier. I really haven't done acting since I was younger, but in 2022, that was the last film that I did, and that was a lot of fun. And yes, I have currently. It's actually exactly 50 animals currently. So over on the right, that's my one dog. I only have one dog. His name's Apollo. He's awesome. I have two rabbits. Currently have 12 chickens, and then I raise quail. So I have 35 quail right now. So that adds up to 50. I was surprised it totaled 50, and that's currently so. But depending on what semester it is, it's gonna hover around 50 animals. Okay, let me give you a little bit of a background. So, of course, after my awful high school experience, I kind of thought schooling wasn't for me. I started my career in sales, and I loved it. I actually did car sales, which is a cool experience. It was interesting experience because car sales is one of those things that when a customer comes to the lot, they automatically distrust you, and I thought it was fun and kind of like a challenge to turn that distrust into trust, but I fully it really hit me that customers can be confusing a lot of times, and one example that I like to tell all the time was this. We had this customer come to the lot, and I had the opportunity to help her out with the car sale, and it was like the worst sales experience of my life. She was just kind of awful, kind of rude throughout the whole time. Just was never satisfied with the price. Accused me of lying when I wasn't, she bought the car, but I just felt like it was not a successful experience because I didn't really think she was happy with it. It was like, why did she even buy the car? Fast forward a couple weeks later, And there's another customer that comes to the lot. There's been customers in between as well, but this customer in particular, I asked her where she came to learn about us, and she started telling me that she had a neighbor that just recently purchased a car from us, and it went on and on about what the amazing deal she got, and how honest we were, and just had all of these amazing things and recommended us highly. And I dove a little I dove a little deeper into it and discovered that this customer that recommended us was that initial customer from a couple weeks earlier that I thought had a horrible experience. And yeah, it was kind of, I think she was just kind of trying to get the best deal by being a jerk. And it was not again, it was very interesting because I realized more and more that customers were confusing. But after doing that for a while, I was going to go into real estate. There was the 2008 kind of crash, and I thought, okay, maybe school is a thing for me. My wife, my amazing wife, was there to help kind of build me up and build my confidence, and so I started school, came here to UVU. Don't hate me. I ended up I did transfer to BYU, but I didn't know what major to do. Had all kinds of ideas with major, and eventually I decided on statistics. That was my major. But what I really wanted is, like a lot of the stats professors, they focus on statistics involving health or sports or the environment, and I was really interested in sales. Sorry. But I was really interested in the business world, and I wanted to know how do I apply data to the business world, and I got an email from one of the marketing faculty there saying, hey, that PhD programs, marketing PhD programs, really do like stats minded students, and so I ended up meeting with him. It went really well. I realized more and more that that's the route that I wanted to take, a PhD route. I ended up managing their research center there, and their marketing research center. And I had a really amazing time running studies, analyzing data, training new researchers. It was really neat, but it helped prep me for a PhD. And my PhD ended up being in France. I moved my family out to France. I was married and had 3 kids at the time. Our youngest was 4 months old, and we thought, hey, here's a great idea. Let's move to out of the country for a bit. And so we moved out there and had. Honestly, after you got over the culture shock was a doozy. But after we got over that, it was just this really neat experience that will stay with us. But there, I really started to hone in on those research skills. I conducted all kinds of amazing studies, and we were there for about 3.5 years, and decided that it was really time to move back to Utah. So we moved back here. I got a job at Nu Skin. I was working as a market research insight analyst, I think was the full title. I don't know why that title was so long. But I was doing marketing analytics for Nu Skin. And that was a really cool position. Essentially, whenever a different department needed to run studies on their consumers, I was one of the main guys that would help set up that study, analyze the data, and present the results. But while I was there, I actually ended up having a connection with Mitch Murdoch. He was one of my neighbors, and they had a random position open up here at the university. It was just going to be a temporary position, but when they knew I was interested, they said, hey, if you're interested, we'll switch this to a tenure track position. You can apply. So we did that, and the rest was history here at UVU. And UVU, I kind of wanted to eventually teach at a research institution. That was my goal. But but being here at UVU, I'm grateful for that because it's helped me connect with companies and to make sure that my research and my work is more practical and is something that can be applied to actual marketers. Through my time here, I've been able to consult for different companies. Here's a list of different companies that I've consulted for, doing all kinds of different projects. Some of these were connected with the Smart Lab. I was the head of research there for a few years, and that was neat. But each of these is a diverse group of studies for each of these. And over a summer, I had this really specific and awesome opportunity to work with an engineering firm called Resolute. The deans here at the business school give an opportunity for faculty to do an externship over the summer, which is working nearly full time with a company. And so Resolute, I had already been doing some research for them, and so over the summer I helped build up a consumer feedback loop where their customers are being surveyed, and we're gathering those results. We're building dashboards, kind of even like within Salesforce, doing some really neat things with that. And so that was really awesome to almost have like a full-time job as a marketing analyst again. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. And lastly, here's my family. So these are my 4 kids and my wife, and they make everything worth it, and they're really why I do what I do. So I hope that this helped you get to know me a little bit better, and I really look forward to getting to know you better throughout this semester.